One of the things that makes Mendocino special and unique is we have weed, we have woods, we have waves, we have it all. But particularly here in Mendo, we have decades of a legacy cannabis producing culture.
I am a second-generation farmer, owner of Sweet Sister's Family Farm. My mom and my pops started the farm in 1980, so it's something that I'm really happy and stoked to be able to continue on with the legacy.
The Rural Resilience Project, we're a nonprofit. We were founded in 2020 by a group of cultivators and consultants that realized that there was a need for us to have our own nonprofit that could access funding, provide resources, and ensure environmental resilience. One of the main things that we're finding is as legalization has been rolled out, there is a large group of people that have had to kind of put on the side how they grow and focus mostly on navigating compliance. So for us, what was important was to provide two sides of support, technical assistance, as well as education to help cultivators figure out what is the best way, what is the most cost-effective way, how can I be a good land steward. One of the things that RRP wanted to do was host in-person workshops around the county.
Permaculture is a design process. In order for us to design systems that are in harmony with nature or based on natural systems, we need to start with that objective observation. So today I'm going to take the participants through the exact process that I go through whenever I go to a farm. We'll look at all the major systems that go into cannabis cultivation: water source, topography, soil type. As time goes on, I like it to evolve into a conversation, a discussion, and start talking about the more nuanced approach that they're taking to cultivating cannabis in this environment. And then I will start developing recommendations on how they can improve certain things.
The cultivators are dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. So by us banding together and kind of helping each other out, turning each other on to other buyers and just cultivation tips and things, this is actually hands-on. You can see it. I could smell the compost tea. We could see actually the plants. Implementing this little tiny thing could help me massively that I've never even thought about doing before.
CRGP has been a partner for us along the way. For RRP, one of the reasons why this program is so important is that we are on the ground. We understand what the cultivators need. So allowing us as a small organization to receive the funding to create these programs that can help cultivators stay in business, grow sustainably, and also take some of that weight off them as they're navigating through a challenging market.
When I work with a farmer and they implement some of these systems and I hear from them again in the future that it worked, that they're still around, they're still in business, they're thriving, that's the thing that keeps me going. And when organizations like RRP, working with funding agencies like CRGP through Fish and Wildlife, want to continue to promote this year after year, then I'm in, and it just makes me happy.